经营职篮有赚钱吗？
这个很老实说没有，大家都算得出来啊。
对啊，你在台湾的职篮你要赚钱，其实非常非常难。我是觉得现在篮球的发展跟规模还没有到位，不像就是职棒已经有这么久的历史，
而且职棒也经过多少年不赚钱，然后多少大的企业都还放手，所以我觉得对。这条路还有
很长，然后立中哥，你身为副理事长是怎么看谢鼎宁这个人？
我跟理事长，或者说我都叫他议长，就是在梦想家的时候就认识，因为我们当时在彰化嘛。
想请问选择龙茶的原因是什么？毕竟当时一场都没打到，就选择龙茶，砍掉 AB， 谢谢。
哇，这个问题
很犀利，我们会员都很犀利的。
其实。
欢迎大家回到9眼界未过滤的 with Jason， 然后我们今天有一位特别来宾，就是 Kenny 钱肯尼。
Yo, happy to be here.
Hi, Kenny. You know the final is going on right now, right? So you want to talk about who might win, or your prediction?
My prediction?
Yeah, your prediction.
I gotta go with the Kings. They're just the most put together team, and they're all like not just talent wise, like they're all on the same page. You know, you could really tell that like they're all like they all have the same mindset right now.
Yeah.
Did you watch the first game yesterday?
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, like they great defensive pressure the whole time. You know, like you could tell like what their game plan was, and it was executed. Like,
yeah.
What about what's the series gonna look like? How you think? 4-1, 4-2.
Yeah, that's tough because I'm actually like I actually think the Aquas are like a really good. Coached team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're all
Of course they're fucking good because they fucking beat us.
You know.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Front row seat. For a good series, I hope it's like 4-2.
Oh yeah.
4-2. But I think the Kings, I mean, when Kenny's playing the way he played in the first game.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So when did you start playing basketball or fall in love with the game?
Actually, when I was younger, I was just trying different sports.
Okay.
My mom was forcefully signing me up for sports just to get out the house. And I was trying to explain to her that I wanted to like try lacrosse or something. I don't know why.
What?
Lacrosse? It's like a stick with like a little net at the end.
Oh, okay.
Like this small. I don't know. And like people would just like hit each other.
Yeah, I think I saw like some people playing at the park.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
And I was like, what the hell?
What are they doing?
Yeah. What's that?
I thought about doing that.
Yeah.
And then my mom was like, no, you're gonna play basketball. So I played basketball, and my first year I actually that like didn't really like it too much. But I just kept going back every year, and then it was from like 7 years old. I just kept playing.
Then, how did you end up like playing in Taiwan? Like, what's the reason for you to like come and decide to play?
So obviously, like I mean, I feel like every little kid wants to be like a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
But actually, it's funny because right before that, I had like basically quit basketball. Like I didn't think I was gonna be able to be pro
After college.
Yeah,
Okay.
or like I basically was just going to school.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, basketball's over with. But then I was playing like these Asian, like American tournaments.
Okay.
In America.
In the States.
Yeah, in the States.
Okay.
And some guy was watching me. Like I had a really really good game, and he was like, why don't you come back and play in Taiwan? And then he contacted Dreamer's agent.
Okay.
At the time, and then I literally moved here like 2 weeks after that like conversation.
Damn.
And you joined the ABA team, Sunrise Jewel, after college.
Yeah.
So that's the team you were talking about, right?
Yeah. So that's actually the guy for that team. He's a Filipino guy, and he was the one signing like me up with him to play in like these Asian tournaments. But then he started like this team, the Sunrise Jewels. That was like a semi-pro team. It was okay. I mean, I feel like a lot of the guys that go there to stay in shape or go there to like try and get film if they didn't have enough in like college. But I was just basically going because I was like having fun with basketball again because like I said, like I had quit for like a year. But yeah, I mean, after that, that's when I signed up with the Sunrise Jewels, and then halfway through that season is when I came to Taiwan.
Okay. Did you have other option other than Taiwan?
Nothing.
At that time?
Yeah, nothing. Because I hadn't even finished, like, I transferred to like 2-3 different colleges. And then towards like the end, I was just like, all right, basketball's over with. Yeah. But I was still training just to like be fit. So I would just like go to work. I was working at 9 to 5. I was doing like payroll at my mom's company. Oh, okay. Like doing like accounting at an office. Like I was wearing like a button-down shirt every day. So that's what I was doing before I came here.
Okay. So did you like go to the Dreamers? Did you get a tryout, or you just when you there and
yeah? So when I first came, actually, they told me like it was gonna be like a 2-week
like a tryout.
Tryout. Yeah. And when I came, it was like in January. So and Dreamers were already, I think
for the season.
I think it was like 1-15 or 1-16. Like it was the end of the season.
Oh goddamn!
Yeah.
Shit.
It was the first season of ABL, right?
Yeah. So I came like
1-15.
Yeah. So because it was only like 3 weeks left or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I came in that season, but everybody was in shape, and I was out of shape. Like I was working out, but in season shape and training shape is different, right? So I came and like everyone's just going up and down, like just sprinting, running past me. Like Sungwei was speeding past me. It was rough actually. Like the first week, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. At the time, we had to import Lenny Daniels.
I mean, at that time, you guys had so many imports, probably 10, 15.
Yeah.
So many.
So I met Lenny Daniels. And I was like, oh, okay, he's pretty cool. Like, I'll try and like hang with him to get used to Taiwan. 2 weeks later, he's gone. He was gone. I was like, oh man. From there, that's where I learned, like, okay, I can't get too close. They leave fast.
Especially in Taiwan for imports. Okay, so your mother's Taiwanese. Have you ever been in Taiwan before? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so when I think I came twice, I want to say, but it was with my grandpa actually. Okay. Yeah, so he actually came here, and I was super young. I can't even remember exactly the age. I was super young.
She can speak Mandarin.
My mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you cannot.
Yeah, not great. I actually think that I caught up to my mom, but my wife speaks like way more than me now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So in your house, like your mom and like your family doesn't really talk in Mandarin.
I mean, they would talk Mandarin to each other, but because
only behind your
we
back.
were in this, if they were talking about me,
something bad about you.
Yeah. And that's when I learned. That's when I started to learn like Chinese because I knew.
They say some shit about you.
Yeah, I knew. I learned like what they were calling me in Chinese. So then I would start to try and listen and like pick up on certain words.
What they called you in Chinese?
小鬼头.
Oh, 小鬼头. Oh, okay.
That's like a nickname.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of naughty back then, or I don't know.
I mean, I feel like all Asian families, like the older culture, all children are naughty. Like,
yeah. They'll give you their kids like different like nicknames.
Yeah.
So your impression back then, when you came back with your grandpa, that was the first time, and you said there was another time, right?
Yeah. But both times I feel like I was still young. It's funny because like I said, I was with my grandpa, so like. He was just taking me to like early to the day markets, like, and I just see like a chicken get his head chopped off like right in front of me, like yellow watermelon, like my first time seeing the stuff like that. So that's kind of what I knew of Taiwan, like more so of like day markets.
I see.
And so like before I came back, when I came back for the Dreamers, that was also like I was only in Taipei. So when I came to the Dreamers and I went to Zhanghua, Taichung, we were playing and maybe I visited Kaohsiung. That's when I was like, oh, okay, Taiwan has a lot more than the Taipei day market.
Right.
What was the first impression when the first day with Dreamers, like practice, and meet with the whole team? What was the first impression?
It was just a lot of running. Yeah, it was just so tiring. It was a lot of running, but it was a good experience because I think at that time I was like 22, so I was like pretty young.
Who was the oldest on the team at that time? Oh, so many
Robbie was on the team.
Play anymore.
Robbie was the head coach.
Right. Yeah, he was head coach. Yeah,
he was head coach that year. Yeah.
Who? Lance was on the team.
No, he was the second year.
Then did you have any interesting story that you can share with the fans? Like the first time got to Taiwan and be with Dreamers. Something is very till this day you still can remember.
It's hard to say because in that first year, we were in the ABO. Like you remember the ABO.
Yeah.
So from what I remember that year, and this is because I was only here for a month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot from that year, we were traveling. So I just remember the hard travels, because we always had to fly to Malaysia and all that stuff. So that's really what I remember from the first year, and I just wanted to try and play good in the games that we had.
Yeah, actually, it was crazy. When you go to Hong Kong, you don't go directly to Hong Kong. You go to Malaysia.
You have
first.
to go to Malaysia. Then it's a layover for 3-4 hours,
and then go to Hong Kong.
It was like a 10-hour trip.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
And how about did you feel Taiwanese basketball is very different than the basketball in the States?
Yeah, because I feel in the States, most of the time the style is one-on-one more, that type of style. If you can't play defense, your guy's gonna score on you. You know? And then vice versa. On the other side, you don't really look to just swing it right away. Sometimes you have to look at the guy in front of you. You could take it one-on-one.
Yeah.
But in Taiwan, it's they try and be a lot more systematic here and there. And then it's a lot more just run up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your second year with Dreamers, you could only play away games due to work visa. How did that feel?
Yeah. So actually, I think that was my third year because I think I had a full year of ABL.
Wait, that's the reason you got married, right?
It's not we
can cut this off, man.
No,
I remember because of something they asked you to marry.
The marriage helped.
Yeah,
because they were originally trying to see if I can get my ID, but then I would have to do military.
Yeah,
so it was okay, I have a lot of decisions to make. Yeah, because the other decision was to leave Taiwan at that time.
Yeah, that was your second or third year.
My third year.
Your third year, okay.
Yeah, because I think that's when you came.
19
or maybe 4th.
With Kyle Julius or the year before.
Yeah, I think it was Kyle because we had Dean Murray and then. Kyle
Yeah. I remember you told me something you can only play away game, home game. You cannot play.
Yeah. And we actually had a good team that year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we had a really good team.
And we fucking didn't finish the whole.
We didn't even
season.
finish. Yeah. So that year was so crazy.
Yeah, I remember you asked me too, because that was our first year in ABL. I mean, Fuvan's first year.
Yeah.
And then you asked me about work visa and stuff. I remember you did.
Yeah, I was looking for help.
Yeah.
Nah, it was tough.
Yeah, did you your wife at that time know the situation, right?
Yeah. She knew what was going on. She knew the situation.
Did you feel pressure?
As far as what, to get married?
Whole thing. If you don't get married, you might need to do a military or get out of the country.
Not really, because I said, at that time, when I couldn't play, it was so rough. Because my contract with the Dreamers also ended.
Oh, okay.
So, right after that. So, during that time, I finished that season where I could only play away games.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was, pretty much, depressed about everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, know if I wanted to play anymore.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going back and forth about that. So it wasn't I felt pressured because realistically, the next option would have just been to leave Taiwan and, figure out the rest of life.
Yeah.
Okay. So during that same year when you guys first, you guys were on the same team. So what's your first impression of Jet?
When Jet came?
Yeah.
It was,
Okay, so how do you see each other? You guys were teammates, and then you were saying playing against each other, you guys have mutual respect. Talk about when you guys were playing against each other, from teammates to competitors.
Yeah. I mean, he was on football, and so you guys won 3 years in a row after that. So, but as far as like competitors, like we knew, you know, if we matched up against each other, it was always going to be a nice like challenge, you know, to play each other.
Right. I don't think you were guarding Jet at all. You guys were always guarding like.
I think he did.
Oh
yeah, I did at times because Kyle would have me full court press.
Oh yeah.
Like the first year we went back to football, you played point a lot.
Yeah.
So,
did he talk shit to you?
Nah.
I only talk shit to the head coach. Yeah.
I know.
At that time, Kyle and Jonathan.
Yeah. If anything, I was staying out of that line of fire. Like
I was cool with Kenny. Yeah.
He'd make a three with me playing defense and like instantly turn right and look
right,
at the
Kyle,
coaches.
Man, fuck you. Just like bunch you like some shit. And then I turn around to Kenny and say, "What's up, Kenny?"
Hey, good defense.
I remember that. Dude. It was so funny. So you left Dreamers this year, well, actually last year, and joined Mars.
Yeah.
Could you tell us the main reason why leaving Dreamers?
I feel like for my career, I needed to start something new.
Okay.
You know, it's a little complicated because, you know, over the summer I went back and forth like the whole entire time down to like the last week of last 3 days I was gonna make a decision on a Monday, and then like Saturday I changed my mind. But I felt like I needed to start something new. I was on the Dreamers for a while, and I feel like, you know, I needed to grow somehow, and I couldn't stay in the same role, stay in the same environment. Exactly. So I just felt like I needed to like do something different. You know, since I've been to Taiwan, I've always been on the Dreamers. So I was like, let me just do something different and basically refresh my career.
Okay. I mean, you have an agent, right? Did he help you out with that a little bit?
Yeah. So he talked to several teams for me. When it came to like the Dreamers, I just talked to like Jonathan directly because we have a good relationship. So John was the one that was contacting Mars, and you know they're the ones that basically back and forth until that Saturday night, and we made a decision.
So how would you compare the styles of culture of Dreamers and Mars? Dreamers always been foreign coaches, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No, only
besides that first
season,
year,
it was Robbie, which is your head coach for
right,
Mars.
Full circle.
So talk about the cultures between these two teams a little bit.
I think with the Dreamers, one thing that makes it different for sure is that they've been around for longer. Some of the problems that I see with Mars isn't necessarily like real problems. It's just the team is in its second year, so they're still growing, right? And like Dreamers are championship aspirations through time. Like a lot of players there have grown through there, and management relationships. It's all different, So I think that's the main thing, and then obviously the coaching style. Dreamers had 4 different coaches, including Daiga, and then Mars. They had basically Daiga for both years. He ended the season, and then but the culture, it's hard to say. I mean, I really just say that the Dreamers just been around longer. That's the biggest difference that I can tell.
Okay.
Do we feel like Dreamers and Mars, like you change the team to Mars, like your role is different than you were on the Dreamers?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because I feel like the longer I was on Dreamers, I won't say it's the Dreamers that put me in a role, but I started putting myself in a certain role as far as like just playing hard on defense.
Yeah.
Making sure, the guy takes tough shots, whether he makes it or not, and just focus on that. And I actually came to Mars with a similar mindset.
Yeah.
But Daiga is the one that basically like got me out of that mindset, because like we would scrimmage and he's like, you like look at the rim, like go to score, like what are you doing, like, and that was part of the reason why I came here, was because at least he knew me from the first year. So he knew like what I can do. He was assistant coach for the Kings for a little bit, so I played against the Kings a lot. So I felt like it was just nice for me to change my mindset as far as my own role and how I should play. And that just goes back to like kind of the reason why I switched teams and everything.
And Mars, like, which team you feel like you are more comfortable to play? Like for your ability, like it's easier for you to fit in.
I mean, definitely Mars, right? Like, I feel like the bigger the role you have, the more confident you play. The more confident you play, the more you get to show your abilities and stuff like that. So, I mean, that was bottom line what I wanted for myself, on top of being able to try and win a championship and all that. Yeah, I mean, I would say Mars as of right now. Still trying to figure things out, and I think it'll get better from here. You know, like I had a better year than I did last year, so you know, as long as it's an upward trend, I'm happy.